हरिः ओं कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलं वाल्मीकिर्मुनिसिंहस्य कवितावनचारिणः शृण्वन् रामकथानादं को न याति पराङ्गतिं जयत्यतिबलो रामः लक्ष्मणश्च महाबलः राजा जयति सुग्रीवो राघवेण विपालितः दासोऽहं कौसलेन्द्रस्य रामस्य क्लिष्टकर्मणः हनुमान् शत्रुसैन्यानां नियन्ता मारुतात्मजः न रावणसहस्रं मे युद्धे प्रतिबलं भवेत् शिलाभिस्तु प्रहृतः पादपैश्च सहस्रशः अर्धयित्वा पुरीं लङ्काम् अभिवाद्य च मैथिलीं समृद्धार्तो गमिष्यामि मिषतां सर्वराक्षसां नमोऽस्तु रामाय स लक्ष्मणाय देव्यै च तस्यै जनकात्मजायै नमोऽस्तु रुद्रेन्द्रयमानिलेभ्यो नमोऽस्तु चन्द्रार्कमरुद्गणेभ्यः नमः सभायै 390तम रामायण संगोष्ठी मंगलानि संतु 93rd weekly episode on Sri Ramayan. We are entering 4th year, and it is very pleasing that all the people who have been since the beginning are here. And also when we entered, Srimati Mili ने एक गिफ्ट दिया, उपहार दिया, श्री कृष्ण सदा सहायते. दैट इज वेरी थॉटफुल ऑफ श्रीमती मिली. बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. सो वी आर इन दी 93rd एपिसोड. टाइम तो चलती चलती चलती. वी हैव सीन लास्ट वीक Sumantara gives a great message to King Dasarath. It is as if night and day keep on coming. Life is a cycle, chakra. Sukha, dukkha, dukkha, sukha. Like night and day goes, time goes. Ramachandra charitam katha amritam. It is a katha amrit. Lakshmana grajaha guna kirtanam. Ramachandra katha amritam. लक्ष्मण अग्रज गुणकीर्तनम राघवेश तव पाद सेवनम संभावन्तु मम जन्म जन्मनि. नॉट वंस, मल्टीपल जन्म. वी वांट टू से दैट वी डोंट नीड जन्म, बट फॉर राम कथा इट्स सुधा. संभावन्तु मम जन्म जन्मनि. राम कथा श्रवणम राम गुणकीर्तनम संभावन्तु. लेट इट चेरिश. So today is Sujnana. It is, Das always says, if you read Ramayana, we will be finishing approximately 4,700 odd slokas out of 24,000 slokas. That itself is an achievement. This Goshti, Mili, or Hetal, or Sriman, Srimati Goyal, or Ranjani Ramalingam, we had covered up approximately 4,700 slokas. It's not a joke. That too in West Texas. Iski kripa. Sujnana Vijnana Puranam. So we are going to see. You have read Tulsi like anything. Tulsi will be at its best. In terms of Kavita Samarthyam, Tulasi, you would not have Valmiki here and there when he talks about the hearing auditory skills of Aswaha. Turangama, Bobho Turangama, we have seen that. The people will all, the sadhus all will cry. If you refresh your memory, Bhobo Turangama, all the horses turned back because Valmiki says that horses have a good auditory power. Das has to go and look books. Today also I had to look book. He, first time ever, Tulsidas brings a beautiful scientific concept. So Tulsidas to bhakti kavi, sujnyan kavi, avichinna taila dharavati eva bhakti kavi. If you pour that too, it's viscosity. Take water and oil, you pour from the top. Oil, water will splash everywhere. Oil will not. Ekadhara eva. It will fall like one strip. Of course, in science you call viscosity, but that's how you should have bhakti. Valmiki to aisa kavi, Sujnana kavi, bhakti marg. Yesterday the temple celebrated. Right, likewise, Sujnana, but he is going to talk Vijnana, and he is also going to, Shaili to Ucha Shaili. you will see the poetry it is flowing. I will keep it suspense. Both Valmiki and Tulsi, when he talks about the discussions between Sumantara and Mata Kausalya and Dasaratha, lot of Shastra, lot of life lesson, but more importantly, the Ghatta is such a Vilalapa Ghatta, cry baby, cry. So he pours out Alankara, Kavya Alankara, we'll see that. So, where are we? Sumantara enters the Ayodhya, he says he cannot see anything, he cannot hear anything because he was confused that he himself had to leave Rama, and then he goes to the 8th Kaksha and sees Dasaratha. Guru sana kaba kahaba sandes bhar bar pada paduma gahi. In Tulsi Ramayan, we have stated that we only count the dohe. We are on the 151st dohe. Karabasoyi upades jehi na sochu mohi avadapati. Tell, ye Sumantara, tell my father, Avadapati ko batao, that he doesn't have to worry about me because I have taken refuge in his feet. Guru sana kahab sandes bar bar pada paduma gahi. Pada paduma upalakshana, adjective for pada paduma jaisa. Karabasoyi upades, I have taken his advice. Na sochu mohi avadapati emmi ramavo nadandanai unai payanda kaikei tan sorket. Kadubo, go to forest. We have seen how the South India based Kulasekara Alvar pours bhakti, the Vilalapa, the sorrow of separation between Ram and his beloved father. Emmi Ramavo nadandanai, I have been moved. Valmiki says that, Tulsidas says that. Guru chana kahaba sandes purajana parijana sakala nihori tata sunaye binati mori sohi sab bhanti morahitakari jate rah naranahu. The duty of, and also tell to people, naranahu, the sreshta, nahu mane, naga mane, not only serpent, naga mane elephant. So he is elephant among men, is king. Naranahu Sukari. The subject or the people should take care of the kingdom, the people should take care of the Raja. So I will be upset with you people if you don't take care of my father. So is abhabhanti mor hita. If you are thinking of doing me good, mama hitakari. Jate rah naranahu sukari. And also, what is the thing beautifully? The three different nature of human being, sattva, rajas, tamo, gets reflected here. Rama never cursed. He says he is the Lokapati. It is Papa, it is only because of you I am going to forest. This is the great thing. Because I'm going to see all the Agastya. I'm already seen Bharadwaj, I've already seen Valmiki, I'm going to see Agastya. I'm going to be with them for 12 odd years. I'm going to be with them. Daily this havan, that havan, this havan, that havan. So he says, I am blessed. That is Sattvika Guna. Never a shred of going away from Sattvika Guna. We will also see Rajasa Guna. And we will also see Tamasa Guna. And then the Mishra of Rajasa Guna, Tamasa Guna. Mishra of Sattvika Guna and Tamasa Guna. All these Tulsidas portraits. Tata bhanti tehi rakabarahu sochu mor jehi karaina kahu. Don't worry. Bar nija sapata devai. I told him to come. Bar. This Sumantara says, hey Maharaj, I told him to come back. He only gave sandesh to you. He gave sandesh to Mata. In fact, he instructed Kausalya Mata to make sure Kaikeyi Mata also listens to my father. And he has given great sandesh to his priya bai. Kahab sandesu bharata ke aaye niti na tajiya raja padupaye. Always protect dharma. Don't go and grab the kingdom from father. You are only the prince regent. Niti na tajiha. Don't tyaj karo. Tajha mane avadhi mene tajha mane tyaj. Don't just give up needy. Paye palehu prajahi karama manabani. Take care of people as if Raja Dasarath is taking care. And he said he will never come back. He will fulfill all the vows he had given to his father. Bar bar nija sapata deva. Again and again he was only paying obeisance to you. Kahabi natata lakana larikai. But Rajasa Guna was portrayed in Lakshmana. Lakshmana says, is he a father? My father, my brother, mera bhakta, sabhi Ram hai. Why is that old man still keeping his life? So he says, I have to be loyal. So Ram asked me and got a vow from me as well. Bara bara nija sapate. He asked me to give vow that I will never repeat what Lakan told about you. Even you ask me, Raja, I am your servant. But I cannot, because Ram made sure that I keep my vows not to relay what Lakan told about you. Kahabi na tata lakana larikai. Some latpat. He just did something rambling. I will not tell. Kahi pranam kachu kahana liya siyabai sthila saneha. Then what did Mera daughter-in-law say? Priya Vaidehi. What did she say? She was standing still. That is Matru Lakshana. Kahi pranam. All she said was, just give my obeisance to Mera Pita Dasaratha. Matao. Kahi pranam kach kahana liya siya Sita. Bhai stila saneh takita bhachana lochana sajala. Takit, she was stunned. She didn't know what to do. Young girl. How old was she? 18-year-old girl. Didn't know what to do. I am also leaving. So, no acquaintance is there for them anymore. Takita bhachana lochana sajala pulaka pallavita deha. Pallavita deha's body became white like Lata because she was trembling. Tehi avasara raghubara rukapai kevat. Then I didn't go beyond the Ganga. That's where Valmiki and Tulsidas differ. तुलसीदास में तो गुह और केवट यमुना की दक्षिण तट पर गए. Whereas Valmiki says Guha only stood and made sure Guga's boatman crossed Ram, Lakshman and Mata Sea from the northern bank of Ganga to the southern. But this you should know. This is quite a contrast between Valmiki Ramayanam and Tulsi Ramayanam. Tulsi is a bhakti bhava. Then he says, all I knew, Maharaj, I only saw Rama, Lakshmana and Sita. Sumantara never crossed the Ganges. So, tehi avasara raghubar rukapai kevat parahi nava chalai. This is Sankshepa Ramayana. Raghu kula tilaka chale. As if the sun is setting on the western direction, chale banti. The tejas went deka uthad. Kulisa dhari chati, like a cord, a kulhari, like an axe hitting my chest. I was standing there, but my life didn't go, Maharaj. And dekavu, I only saw. Thad hit. Thad kulisa dhari chati, my apana kimi kahon kalesu. How will I be kalesu? It's a colloquial way, na? My apana, aapke paas kaise kahun? My apana, reading Tulsi, my familiarity with Avadhi also improved. Jai Sri Ram. My apana kimi kahon kalesu jihata pire hun leyi ramasa. But kya karun? Phir kya karun? I have to come and relay his news to you. So I came. Then, why? I'm just, the king got stunned. This is where the beauty of Tulsidas comes. Suta bhachana sunatahi naranahu parevu dharani uru dharana uru. His body fell down without even his control. Talapata bhishama moha mana mahapa maja manahu meena kahum byapa. This is where Tulsidas brings an important scientific concept. Dhanyaho. So when he says that I don't know beyond Ganga, I don't know what happened to them. But I kept my life even though it is like a kulhari hitting my chest because he ordained me that I should go back to Patata and relay the story. How was the man of Tanto Chalpadi? He just fell down. And how was Tulsidas? I don't know how. He didn't even write, of course he wrote either other slokas in Sanskrit, but that is Bhakti Vani. Devim vacha majanayanta deva. God gives. Nobody can do. It's all only. After Tulsidas in Hindi, who did write Ramayana? Gar mein only Tulsi Ramayan, Manas. Kyon? After Vyasa, who wrote Bhagavad? That, can you believe? He is sitting in Chitrakuta, or he is sitting in Kashi, or he is sitting in Awadh, and telling a secret what today people who go out for fishing know. Talapate Bhishama Moha Manama Talapate. His mind was boggling, as if Maja Manahu Meena Kahum Byapa. As if the fish, when it sees the fresh rainwater, how it gets inebriated, how the fish gets intoxicated. I had to ask somebody who goes fishing. Why the fishing people look at it? Why they take all that fishing thing and goes when it's cloudy? Early rain. That's where the fishes come on the surface of the water. He says, and when they come on the surface of water, they get happy and they start being very active, inebriated, as if they are intoxicated. The fishes come on the surface and it's easy for people fly fishing to catch. They tell. But why? The king's mind and body was such that it was intoxicated, as if a man was intoxicated. He was yelling and crying and rolling on the floor as if a fish which was hit by a fresh rainwater. Maja manahu. Uska man to kaisa tha? Meena kahum byapa. As if the fish got stunned by the pure fresh rain, not heavy rain. There is a science. How did Tulsidas know? Nowhere Tulsi expresses this much of scientific knowledge, biological. Sugyan Vigyan jaisa parimit ho gaya. Sugyan Vigyan kidhar is Puran mein, Ram Katha mein Sugyan Vigyan milat ho gaye. Look at this. Because when the rain hits, the fish normally is sluggish and inactive when the sea waters are warm, so it goes in deep. But when the fresh rainwater comes, it upsets the pH of the water, sea water, and the salinity changes. When the salinity changes, the free oxygen available on the surface of the sea increases. Because the fish has been in deep water, it needs more oxygen. When the surface of the sea gets more free oxygen, it senses and it wants to breathe that oxygen, so it jumps up. Likewise, Dasaratha's body was jumping up and down. Maja manahu meena kahumbyapa. Oxygen, free oxygen increases. When free oxygen increases, the fish, which is inactive and dull, consumes that oxygen. Breath increases. When the breath increases, it becomes more active. That is the reason when the fresh rainwater comes, these fly fishing people go, because it makes their life easy. Tulsidas brings Kaisa Vigyan. Talapata Bishama Moha Mana Mapa Maja Manavu Meena Kahumbyapa Kari Bilap. He was showing his sorrow in many ways. Kari Bilap Sabrova Irani. Sabrani. Kitna? Ardha Sapta Shadam -1. Why -1? Ardha Sabda Shadam kitna? Ardha Sapta Sadam kitna? 350 -1. क्यों -1? Kaikeyi to no roti nahi. All 349 patnis along with Kausalya are in the Antapura of Kausalya. Kaikeyi is not there. Kaikeyi stays in her own Antapura until Rajan Uttishta. Hey Rajan, Bharata comes, same emotion Bharata will have. She just, when Bharata comes, goes to mother, and he falls at the feet of the mother. He didn't know what is happening. Then he says, Hey Rajan Uttishta. He got shocked. Ma, you are calling me Rajan, kaise? Then he said, your father is lying there, your brother has gone to forest. Then, like a fish out of water, the same. Like that. Kavitva. So, Kari Bilap Sabu Rovai Rani Mahabhipati Kimi Jai Bhakani Suni Bilapa Dukavu Dukulaga Dheeraj Karo. Then Mata comes. Kausalya comes. She understands. Oh, if this goes, the whole Ayodhya will go. There is no Ramachandra, there is no Bharata, Lakshmana, not there. Nobody there. It is like some other country now, all gone. Nobody there, but still they are trying to do what best they can do. It's same. Bhayav kola halau avad ati. Bhaya, everywhere it is Bhaya, because the Raja is slowly going away. Ati suni nripa rauru soru. Bipula bihaga bhan biviga. Everywhere separation. Nisi manavu kulisa katoru. It's like thunderbolt has fall, the lightning idi. The thunder has fall on the flock of birds. Prane kanta gata bayavu bulavu. The life was hanging here. It has to go through urdhvaretas. Kyon? ये तो तामस गुण का मॉडल. I told you, सत्व गुण का मॉडल तो राजा राम, तामस गुण तो दशरथ. He himself said, I don't know why I fell in the moh mesh of this kutila buddhi. Dusham se papi. So he is tamasa guna. If you have tamasa guna, kaise to jaun swarg. How did he go? So it comes up to here. Life is not going because iska karma. Valmiki will say this. That is the difference between Amara Sanatana Dharma, our other Abrahamic religion. It says that you are responsible for your deeds. Karma ko bhukna padega. But then, if you take refuge under him, he will make sure that that karma will go away. After you do Sharanagata at his feet, then you go to his abode. That is that we differ anyway. So Valmiki will say this, you have to, why this suffering happened to even to Ram? He is Parama Pita. Who is he? Pita Putrena Pitriman Yoni Yonau. Ivarum, Avarum, Uvarum, Yavarum, Tana, Yagiyum, Akiyum, Amman. This, he is everywhere. He, you, he, not Advaita. Visishta Advaita. We are his Sharira. Anyway. So, he is here, you are here. He is everywhere. Then if he is everywhere, how could he not know that what is going to happen? But he wants to show that you are human. Pita putrena pitriman yoni yonau prana kantagata bayahu bulavu. He was fighting between the Yama and his body, his karma. Body is nothing but karma, otherwise you won't have karma, because Atma is Anant. Hari Anant, Atma Anant. But what is the difference? Atma is not him. That is where we differ. Vallabhacharya or Ramanujacharya differ from Shankaracharya in that way. Atma is part of him, but Atma is not him. If you say Atma is him, then it is Advaita. But Atma is part of him, like Sharir. Sharir ke antar mein antaryami Atma. Antaryami ke antar mein Paramatma. Visishta Advaita. So when you are joined, when Atma is with body, I don't name the Atma. I only call body. Body is only given name as Seshadri. Miliji always calls me Seshadri ji. Okay. So Seshadri ji is with Atma. Atma Visishta Tan Ram Seshadri. But when this Atma goes away from body, what do you call? You don't call that body Seshadri. You call it as a body. Panam. Yappa panata tukiya chandana kekam. That is what it is. So Visish, likewise, this entire Atma, Sat Chiti Visishta Brahmam. Vahi Nimbarkar ka sampradaya. Vahi Vallabhacharya ji ka sampradaya. Vahi Ramanujacharya ka sampradaya. Vahi Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki sampradaya. Bhakti Marg. Right? So prana kanta ghata bhaya ugula. So the Yama is calling. And the prana is not going, because this Atma has taken a shape in this body which has done yoni yono. Years and years, ages and ages, birth after birth, we have done some karma. So this is where the life is hanging. Life is hanging for Dasaratha. Then all the things remembers. Lengthy, very beautiful Purana. Sujnana, Vijnana, Purana. So Dasaratha is going to tell why this happened. Why this happened to me? What did I do wrong? That's where the Rishi Putra ka Virtanta aata hai. Sarvaloka priyam tyaktva sarvaloka hiteratam sarvaloko anuranjete katam tva anena karmana. What I have done to separate Rama, Ramayati iti Ramaha. He is the one who is very beloved. Sarvaloka priyam. I have made him separate from his beloved people. Tyaktva sarvaloka hiteratam sarvaloka anuranjate. He is the one who is making everybody happy. What happened to him? Why this happened? We don't know. Sarvaloka anuranjate katam tva anena karmana sarva praja abhiramam hi ramam pravrajya dharmikam sarvalokam virudhyeyam katam raja bhavishyati. I have separated myself from dharma. This is as if Lakshmana is saying, Janaki tu Maharaja niswasanti tapasvini bhuta upahata chitta iva vasita visishta vrishtamrita stita. She was as if bhutas occupied her. She was standing. Nobody knows what is happening. Tataiva Rama Ashvaramuko Krutanjalihi Stita Abhavati Lakshmana Bahupalita Stita. Who is taking care of my Ram? His Anuj, Sthita, Abhavati Lakshmana Bahupalita. Don't worry, because he is in the safe hands of Lakshmana. Tatai Vasita Rudati Tapasvini. She didn't say anything. I only follow what my husband said me to do, but give my pranams. Nirikshate Rajaratam Tataiva Mam. I didn't know what to do. I just came. Mama tu Aswa Nivrittasya. Nivrittasya na pravartanta vartmani ushtam asru vimichantaha rame samprastitite vanam. I don't know. I'm not even better than my horse. I didn't shed tears. But my horse didn't want to return. Na pravartanta vartmani. Vartmani road. My horse didn't want to come back in the same road I went. Na vartmani pravartante. My horse is refusing, Raja. What do? I didn't even have the manas like this horse. Mamatu aswa, mera aswa, nivrittasya na pravartanta vartmani, ushnamasru vimuchantaha, ushnam. It was pouring warm eye waters, warm tears. Ushnamasru, because shok mein warm tears come. Rame samprasthitate vanam. When my horse and me saw and Guha saw, we didn't know what to do. Ubhabhyam rajaputrabhyam atakritvaham jalim. Prastitaha ratam astaya tad dukkam apidharayan. But I was given a duty that I have to come back to you. I didn't know what to do. All I said is Ram, 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 Ram. He will cry. Valmiki will say how to say Ramanam. Ramachandra charitam katamritam. All I want is just live. Pada sevanam sambhavantu mama janma janmani. He says, say Ram. Also you should say, hey Ramanuj, hey Sita. He will say that. We'll finish with that. Ubhabhyam rajaputrabhyam atakritva ahanjalim prastitaha ratam astaya tad dukkam apidharayan guha iva sardam tatra eva stitaha. This is the difference. In Tulsidas, he says Guha went and followed him all the way up to crossing of Yamuna. Where? Because Tulsidas has so much fondness of his place of birth. What is his place of birth? The place between southern bank of Yamuna and Chitrakoot. What is it called? Rajapur. So, Tulsidas is a bhava, bhakti kavi. He wanted to make sure that Bhakta like Guha goes to his Janma place. And Tulsidas gets such a relief and such a relish that he was born in a place where Parama Bhagavata like Guha touched. This is the reason Tulsidas dragged that. You can ask why he dragged it. We don't know. That is his bhakti. What can we say? Ram itself did that command for him. Whereas here, I didn't go, Guha didn't go. Take that one. Guha iva sardam. Sardam means along with Guha. Sriya sardam jagatpatihi. That means sardam mane companion. Guha iva sardam tatra eva stita tatra kutra. Uttara tatpe. Uttara tatayam atra eva tishtati. I and Guha were standing on the Uttar bank of Ganga. Guha iva sardam tatra eva stita asmi divasan bahun. Beautiful Sanskrit and grammar here. How many days? Valmiki did not say how many days Sumantara stood and he was waiting, thinking that Ram will come back. What if Ram comes back? Who will take him back to Ayodhya? Let me stand, let me stand, let me stand. How many days? Guha iva sardam tatra eva stitah asmi divasan bahun. Bahun divasan tatra eva tishtati. Bahun kitna? How many days? You test your math. You have to go to the explanatory text to know how they do it. Beautiful. Govindarajam and others bring this. They use their Sanskrit thing. Beautiful. Guha iva sardham tatra eva stitah asmi divasan bahun. Bahun mane kitna? Ekam. In Sanskrit mein, beautiful. I said this. The Kavi, Shaili. Ekavachana, dvivachana, bahuvachana. Singular, plural, plural. But plural means anything 3 and above is considered to be plural. Bahun 3. Then you can say 3 and above. We will take minimalistic approach. So, ekavachana, ekam, dve, dvivachana, bahuvachana mane 2 and above 2, 3. So, 3 days. How beautiful it is. That is Kavi. That is Valmiki. Pratama Kavi Nam, Kalidasa says, Margadarshi Maharshi. We have seen Tulsidas talking science. Now Valmiki talks grammar connecting with mathematics. Ekavachana, dvivachana, bahuvachana, bahun, divasam, tatra eva, tishtati, bahun mane 3 days. He tests us. So Ramayan gives you so much. You got to be swift on the feet. Guha iva sardam tatra eva stitah asmi divasan bahun ashaya. I was like, he is having satvik. Whereas Raja is tamas. Whereas this Sumantara is satvik. Name somebody who is satvik like that. 2 people. Adhyame sapalam janma suprabhada iva akrur. Adya Bhagavat, he says, brings him. Adhyame sapalam janma suprabhada iva nisha. I have been living in ignorance under the leadership of that Krur Kamsa. Today is my liberation day because he let me go bring Yadukul Nandan to Mathura. He was just a Suta. Sumantara was a Suta. Viduru. Anyati Purnati Apam Kumbati Anyati Pada Avane Janati Anyati Kushala Samprashnati Natechati Janardanat. Udyog Prabha Mahabharata. He says, hey Prabhu, he comes. 4 horses he rides. Everybody says, ha ha ha. Gandharva Raja Pratimam Loke Vikyata Paurusham Dirgabahum Mahasatvam Mattamadanga Gaminam. Tol Kandar, Tole Kandar, Tolukadal, Kamalamanna Tal Kandar, Tale Kandar, Vadivinai Mudivik Kandar Yaro. If people saw Lord's feet, they kept on Tol Kandar, Tole Kandar. If they saw the Dirgabahum, they kept on see. Tal Kandar, Tale Kandar. Who saw the feet just saw. Mudivinai. Who can see the entire beauty of Ram or Krishna? Nobody. So people were stunned seeing. He didn't bother. Drove the horse directly to Duryodhana. Dhritarashtra palace. Hastinapur mein Dhritarashtra palace. He drove. He didn't see anybody. Karmanyeva adhikaraste. Because he came as a Dut. You saw that how Dut should perform even yesterday. Dut holds that much power. He drove there because he has to take the response. Kaduthile volai katti kondu. He didn't see these Pandavas are also cruel sometimes. This man was a great Paramapita. They said, oh, this man may forget. So Bhima and Arjuna says, hey Krishna, you may forget the message. So I will scribe it in a palm leaf. Then tie it in your neck so you always remember, as if Maragata Mani. So they did all this. Can you believe? Because he was like a Sausilya Guna, Vashi Vadanya, Gunavan, Rujuhu, Suchuhu, Samasta Kalyana, Gunamruto Dadihi, Vashi Vadanya, Gunavan Mane Sausilya. Accessibility to the Krishna is so good. Vashi, he can attract you. Vadanyaha, broad chest mane, not six pack. It's Udara Guna. Vashi Vadanyaha Gunavan Ruju Satya. Suchi, cleanliness habit. He will go to Vidras and perform Madhyanika and then only go to his aunt Buva's place. Suchi Rujuhu Samastakal. Then he says, I don't know how to explain the guna of Samasta Kalyana Gunamruto, that he is like a ocean of all good qualities. To that man, they say he will be forgetful. So, I'm going to tell what you are going to ask the Rajya, half of the Rajya. If they don't give half of the Rajya, ask 5 gram. Even they don't give 5 gram, ask 1 gram. 1 gram they don't give, ask 5 houses. 5 houses they give, ask 1 house. So they wrote this kind of step-by-step thing and then they tied him. Kaduthile volai katti kondu. People cry. The South India Sri Vaishnava preceptor said, what is this? Are you people mad? So you are asking who? He's a Paramapita. Then he goes there and then shows this, look, I didn't relay anything wrong. What my master told, I said, if you want any proof, see this. Then he comes back. Then what did Vidura was? Bhishma was standing there, Ganga Putra. Then Dronacharya, Bharadwaja Kumara Dronacharya was standing. Nitya Chiranjeevi Kripacharya was standing. He didn't bother. Just Duchadan's house, he didn't bother. They kept going. Aswatthama, of all the Nitya Chiranjeevi, he also wanted to invite Krishna. Who will not invite him? Come. He went there. He said, I'm going to relay this. I just gave you a message. We have to have lengthy discussion. I'll come tomorrow. Think about this, like they did it yesterday. So think about it. If you don't agree, we'll come tomorrow and talk. Same thing, Mahabharata, Ramayana, it's living text. In Udyog Parva. Then he goes, Vidura was standing shy. Where is Bhishma ji? Where is Drona? Where is Karna? Karna was also standing. Pandava is also a Pandaputra. In a way, Kuntiputra. Then, what he did, I don't know what to do. He just took Kumbha. That's how you should greet. In India, Tamil Nadu, or everywhere, all they will do is when you go, in those days now, nobody. Do you want water? Tirtha. That's all they do with a gagar mein, ek lota ke saath. Anyat purnat apam kumbha. He didn't know anything. All he did was what Shastra says. Anyat purna kumbha. That's all with water. Anyat pada avanej. Hey Krishna, you have just come. Let me wash your feet. Kya dhanya ho. Bhagya. He washed Krishna's feet. Apam pada avane jana mane washing. Pada, this gentleman was doing. Danyaho marjanameva mukti sadhanam. Never Jitubaiji misses. Anyate pada avane janate. Then he says, hey Krishna, are you well? Kushala samprashnat. That's all he did. He ran inside. Stayed whole night there. Those are like that. Akrura, Vidura, Sumantara, Guha ivasardam tatra eva stitaha asmi divasan bahun ashaya yadi mam Rama. Well, if Rama comes, I have to take him. That's why I digressed. Anyway, we only listen to Mahabharata and Bhagavata. Ashaya yadi mam Rama punaha shabdhapayed iti. Rama, what if Rama came, say Sumantara, I'm going back to Ayodhya, ride the chariot. Punayeva shabdha. What if Rama calls me, hey Sumantara ji, Vishayete Mahara, he didn't come. I cannot stay more than 3 days. Virundum Marundum, 3 din, that's all. So I stood there. Everything is Shastra. ये रामायण उल्लेखन तो शास्त्र के आधार पे. विषयेते महाराजा मां व्यसन कर्षिताः अपि वृक्षा परिम्लानाः सुपुष्प अंकुर कोरकाः. When I come, the trees are not flowering. Parimlana. Mlana means withering out. Parimlana, everything was falling as if it was autumn season. What season is this? Test to you all. What season is this? Very good. See, you have picked up Ramayan. Shraddha Bhagasya Murdhani. This lady listens. Why would she think and give me this? So it was Vasanta Rutu. Chaitre Navamikam Titau. Chaitra Masa. In the month of April, Vasantama. Vishayete Maharaja Mam Vyasana Karshitaha Api Vrikshaha Parimlana Supushpa Parimlana. No flowers. Ankura, no sprout. Sanskrit. Koraka, bud. No buds, no sprout, no pushpita. Beautiful sign. What is this called? What did I say? Tulsidas showed signs. Valmiki will show Kavi Prasam. Beautifully. It is called Angur. It is called Angur. It's Angarupaka Alankara. Building step by step. How things are there. So Jitubai dressed nicely. White pajama, green kurta. Then what did he put in the pen? Likewise building. Angarupaka Alankaram. Building step. He says, Supushpa. He could have said the trees did not flower. Trees did not even sprout. Ankura Parimlana, that is called as Angarupaka Alankaram. Alankarani, Ankarupakam. And a building, step by step, beautiful. That is Kavi. Nobody can match these people. Because they didn't study. Kripa, pores. Api Vriksha Parimlana Supushpa Ankura Korakaha Upataptodaka Nadya Palvalani Saramsicha. Each sloka watch. If you are a Sanskrit connoisseur, you will go like anything like me, nuts. In the first thing it says, Pushpa Ankura Koraka. What did I say? Angarupakam. Okay. Next. All are same. You could say the trees didn't flower. The trees didn't, you simply stop at it. Trees didn't flower. Trees didn't sprout. Tree didn't even give bud. Now, all the waters have become hot. They could have said simply like that. Kavitvam. Nadyaha, rivers. Palvalani, ponds. Saramsi, lake. You see what I'm saying? It is called Angarupaka Alankara, Kavya Prasam. Upatapto daka, tapta mane hot. The water has become hot because they are boiling in Viraha Tapa. Upatapto udaka, water. Tapta udaka, hot water. The rivers are flowing, water is always going to be chill. They could have said river, Nadyaha. Not only Nadi. Palvalani, Pond, Saramsi, Mane, lake. Parishulka, Palashani, Vanani, Upavanani, Vanani, Upavanani. Big forest, orchids. All are like that. What is Parishulka, Palashani, Parishushka, Palashani, leaves. Palasha, Mane, leaves. So Shushkam, they all dried out. Not only in big forest, even in small orchids and small garden. Vanani, Upavanani. Look at the Sanskrit. If you understand Sanskrit, you will know. What did I say? Anga, Rupaka, Alankaram. Building like this. Beautiful. See, all in 32 letters. That is the beauty of Sanskrit. Then, look at this. Nacha, Sarpanti, Satvani, Vyalana, Prasaranti cha. Beautiful. Na Sarpanti. Sarpa mane what? Snake. Why did it come? How does snake? Look at this Sanskrit beauty flowing. How does snake go? Does it have leg? Skin. It crawls. Spru mane crawling. Spru jantuni iti sarpaha. Those which crawl using their body is known as sarpa, serpent, English. So serpent came from sarpa, Sanskrit word. Take it like that. It has a root, spru mane to crawl. Sarpanti, Satvani, Satvani mane crawling. Those creatures that crawl are called Satvani. Spru, na. So the snakes didn't crawl. Vyala, Vyala. Vyala mane crude. Vyala, Vya mane crude. All the rude and crude animals means Vyala. Vyagra. Vyagra mane tiger. Tiger is more crudest animal. Hence it comes from a root Vyad. Vyada. Who is Vyada? Beautiful Sanskrit. I told you, no. This you have to study. They keep this sarga for Sanskrit understanding. I read it when I was 8th grade, 8-year-old. Vyala, Vyada, Vyagra. Vyagra mane tiger. Vyada mane the hunter. All those that has the Vyad. Vyad mane cruel, crude. Dhatu se utpanna hota hai. So, Nacha, Sarpanti, Satvani, all the reptiles are not moving. Vyalana, Pracharanticha, tigers and all cruel animals are stand still. Pracharanti na, Chalati na. Rama Shoka Abhibhutam, Tannishkujam, Abhavati, no sound. Nakujam. Kujantam Rama Rameti. That is the Dhyana sloka of Ram. Not everything was like smashan. See. Why would Valmiki bring? Because that is kavya. It is not simply some sastra or not some story. It is kavya, man. Kavya should have this. It should give you goosebumps. Now and then he should bring that kavya. Utpreksha alankara, angarupaka alankara. Like that it should. So you read Valmiki Ramayan, Shastra comes, you learn about the Paramavita, Mataji, and then you learn Sanskrit, you learn grammar, everything you learn enough. One life is not enough. See, it is amazing to see that we will be finishing 4,700 slokas, pade, pade. All the 5 people here. Nacha sarpanti satvani vyala na pracharanti cha rama shoka abhibhutam tan nishkujam abhavati vanam nishkujam. Everything smashan jaisa. Shabda, nishabda, nishkujam. Leen pushkara patraha narendra Kalusha Udakaha, water have all become muddy. Can you believe Sarayu becoming muddy? Leena Pushkara, all the flowers are withering away on their own in the Vasanta Rutu. Leena mane leen ho gaya. Kya? Leen ho gaya main dehant ho gaya. That means gone. Hindi, Sanskrit se utpanna hota, Hindustani. Lina Pushkara Patraha, Narendraha, Kalusha, Udaka, Kalusha, Kalmisha. Kalusha comes from the word Kalmisha. Kalusha Udakaha, Saptam Samtapta Padmaha, Padminyoho. All the lotus are going away because there is no water. Lotus cannot stand still in a hot water. Samtapta Padma Padminyo Lina Meena Vihangama. The fish all gone, all the birds are gone, everything is smashan. Jalajani cha pushpani malyani stalajani cha. That is, I give you anga, step by step. Alankar. Jalajani, those that come from the water. Which comes from water? Lily, lotus, and all that. Pushpani, Malyani, all that grows on the land. Sthalajani. Angarupaka. See how many slokas building. He could have said simply Pushpa. The Pushpa that come from land, like the one we put today. The rose. The Pushpa that come from water. Jalajani. And then the Pushpa that can be made into an ornament. Not every Pushpa you can. You cannot take the Pushpa with thorns in them. So Malyani, those Pushpa that are good enough to be made as a garland for Ram or Krishna. See, Jalajani, Malyani, Malya mane garland, those can be made into Sthalajani, rose. Na Adhya Bhanti, nothing is blossoming. Na Adhya Bhanti, Alpagandhini. What is the purpose of a flower? Good smell, but they don't have gandha. Alpagandhi, bad smell. They didn't say Dushgandhi. Look at it. That is Valmiki. Alpa Gandhi. He didn't use the word bad. He says Alpa, Kvachit. Alpa Gandhini Palani cha Yatapuram. Yatapuram, like before. In those days, in Vasanta Rutu, everything smells good. Flowers and the fruits come, mango come, everything, nothing there. Atra Adhyana Udyanani Shunyani Pralina Vihagani cha. Everything has become Sunya. Nacha abhirama aramane pashyami manujarshaba. Garden, araman mane garden. Gardens, I am not seeing gardens. Gardens are not gardens. What do you do? Pravishantam ayodhyam. Then I see this Ayodhya. Everybody turns their face. Na kaschiti abhinandati. Nobody wants me here. Na kaschiti abhinandati. Pravishantam ayodhyam mam na kaschiti abhinandati. Nara ramam apashyanta niswasanti muhurmuhu. Everybody says alas and alas. People without their conscience were having a deep breath. Naraha sarve janaha ayodhyam sarve janaha niswasanti muhurmuhu punah punaha. People were taking big breath. Oh, what happened? We don't know after 14 years if Ram will come or not. They are dusht. This man is dushta. He didn't have the tactics to get this negotiation done. See? He was not a good duta. He didn't get anything done, did he? So, Deva Raja Ratam Drishtva Vina Rama Iha Agatam. Vina Ramam Iha Agatam Kim? Why did you come without Rama? Why did you bring this chariot back? Deva Raja Ratam Dritva Vina Ramam Iha Agatam Kim? Dukkati Ashrumukaha Sarve Rajamarga Gato Janaha Harmye Vimane Prasadaihi. Again see, Harmye Vimane Prasade. Everything Harmye Mane building, Vimana Mane top first floor, balcony is Prasadai Prasadaihi. This is fully Angarupaka Alankaram. Vacho Mahot. We cannot say Vacham Agochara Kavyam. This Sarga, you cannot tell. Sanskrit force for him. Harmye. Palace, house. Like her house. Backside yard is full of green with hens running here and there. Harmye. Vimanai. First floor. In Indian parlance, first floor. Here it is second floor. Take it. Prasadaihi balcony. Aveksha Ratamagatam. People were standing on the first floor, second floor, then Uparika. All the beyond that. Nobody could see Rama. Aha kara krita naryo Rama adarshana karshita. Aha. Oh, Ram didn't come. Hey, Ram didn't come. Ayataihi vimala netraihi ashruvega pariluptaihi anyonyam abhivikshante vyaktam arta tarastriya. In sorrow, Valmiki brings a beauty. It stands today in what is happening in Middle East. When people go through this much agony in death. Son-in-law and father-in-law, not like Jittu boys. They are all Harvard educated, doing good. They want them to be with them in California or in Houston or Dallas. But because of this Ram, they are here. Unlike that family, you have a common man family where son-in-law doesn't like father-in-law. Valmiki brings that in a beautiful Sanskrit. But when father-in-law dies, no matter 30 years they didn't see. Father-in-law, son-in-law didn't see. But when he hears the death story, immediately son-in-law comes. At least he comes and stands yonder until the body is taken. So in dukkha, all the virod goes away. Valmiki says that. Whether you are a friend, you are a foe, they didn't care. They all came and hugged each other. In sorrow, all the differences go away. How beauty Valmiki. See, Tulsidas brings that one. How would Valmiki, as Rishi, how would he know all this lokayata? How would he know what is all going in daily life? He says, Ayataihi vimala netrai asruvega pariluptaihi anyonyam abhivikshante vyaktam. Everybody were feeling anyonyam. They were feeling very close. Because artatara, in the sense of sorrow, all the he rich, she rich, he's a surgeon, he's this one, he's a family medicine, doesn't matter. Even among Dr. he's only an internist. He's not an electrophysiologist. I have seen last week, I was in a committee, he's just only an internist. Oh, he is an electrophysiologist. But electrophysiologists sit simply. But internists are the one who save life. They didn't know the story anyway. So they say this, like that, no difference. Everybody were feeling anyonyam abhivikshante. Everybody were feeling abhivikshante. Everybody were feeling such closeness. Na amitranam na mitrani. Beautiful. There were no friends and foes were together. Amitranam na mitranam udasina. Udasin. Everybody were in distress. So the next door neighbor is your first enemy. True. Same thing if you are a professor. The next door guy will not talk to the next door guy. Because he would put his nomination for Academy of Science, he would not. So then he will shut his door. But he will go to the next building to collaborate. Now, this is what it is. Na amitranam, no foe. Na mitranam, there is no difference between friend and foe. Udasina, when you are in sorrow, aham artataya kaschiti visesham na upalakshate. All that they care is arti. The dukkha. Na visesham, they didn't care whether you are rich or poor, whether you have 10 houses or 5 houses, 4 motels or 5 motels. They didn't care. All the thing that was calm and thread was dukkha. Aham artataya kanchiti viseshanam na upalakshate. Viseshanam mane distinction. They didn't see any distinction. I only wear cotton. I never wear anything silk. You would have seen. He gave me a kurta. I don't wear. No gold, no gold, nothing. Okay, I don't even sit on this, but they put it. So, likewise, na visesham na upalakshate. They didn't care. They didn't see all the thing, the common thread that brought them together was the bhakti towards Rama and the separation from aprahrishta manushyacha dheena naga turangama. Now, this sentiment was not only in manushya. Aprahrishta manushya mane dukkha manushya. The same sorrow and sadness was even in Naga. Naga, what did I say? Naga mane snake. Naga mane elephant. So Naga Turangama mane horse. Aswa. Na dheena naga turangama artaswara parimlana viniswastim niswasan. All these jantus also showed their agony in different way. Nirananda Maharaja Ramam Pravrajana Atula Kausalya Putrahina Iva Ayodhya Pratibhati Me. Kausalya also was sorrowful. Sutasya vasanam sritva Vacha Paramadhinaya Bhashpa Upahrita Raja Tam Sutam Idam Abraviti Kaikeya Viniyuktena Papa Aji Abhijana Bhavaya Mayana Mantra Kushalaihi Vriddaihi Samasamartitam. Now this Tamasa Guna Dasaratha realizes his mistake. Kaikeya Viniyuktena. Why this happened? I know the reason. It is me. I was prodded. Viniyuktena. I was prodded by this Dutta Kaikeyi. Papa. Then also Valmiki tries his best to even portray Dasaratha to be some bad element has come into. He didn't curse Kaikeyi. He says, Papa Abhijana Bhavaya. He took the Bhava. He took that particular day. On that Pushya day, some Shani came and stuck in her tongue. Tulsidas says that. Bhava. She is a good lady. But that day was so bad that this emotion, Bhava, Abhijana Bhava, who wants to be separated from people, this bhava, this emotion to separate people came onto Kaikeyi. Can you believe? How beautiful this Sanskrit. And this much he has done. Kaikeya Viniyuktena. Who is Kaikeyi? Kaikeyi that particular day had begotten this bhava to separate people. Papa Abhijana Bhavaya Mayana Mantra Kushala. It is me. I should have consulted. I should have taken a deep breath and consulted. Na Mantra Kushalai. I didn't do good. Vriddha, I didn't consult elderly people. Sahasamartitam. I didn't get counsel of good people. It is my mistake. Na Sugurdvihi. I didn't consult good people. Nacha Amatyaihi. I didn't consult good judges, ministers. Mantra Itva na Naigamaihi. I didn't consult the Nigama mana Ved. Who people have studied justice. You should take it as a justice. So, Maya Ayamartha Sammohat. It is me. Alas. What did we see? So far we have seen Sattva Guna in Ram. So far we have seen Sattva Guna in Sumantara. We have seen Rajo Guna in Lakshmana because he curses his father. We have seen Sattva Guna in Mata Kausalya. We have seen Tamasa Guna in Kaikeyi. Now we are seeing the Tamasa Guna to the epitome of Tamasa Guna in Dasaratha. He puts the blame. That is important. You have to be bold enough to say sorry. Maya ayamartha sammohat. It is because of moha, Tamasa Guna. Sri heta sagasa kritaha. Sagasa immediately because of moha, because of the lust, I gave these vows to Kaikeyi, and then I am going to, this is how it is. This tells about Sanatana Dharma. That is my doing. So I have to repent. Bhavitavya taya nunam idam va vyasana mahat. Bhavitavya, what so happen will happen. Karma. bhavitavya. So Valmiki makes sure through Dasaratha says that don't run away from mistake. You are responsible for your mistake. Bhavitavya taya nunam. Certainly you will be got. It is a advice to us, edict. Don't think that nobody is seeing. When you think nobody is seeing, he is seeing. Your Atma is seeing. Bhavitavya taya nunam. Certain. Idam va vyasanam mahat. Why did this happen? It is because of me. Kulasya asya vinashaya praptam suta. This is because of my doing. Pavamana sudurupatu padara vindamulaku ninama rupamulaku nitya jaya mangalam. Mangalam Kausalendraya mahaniya gunabdhaye chakravarti tanujaya sarvabhaumaya mangalam. Mangalani santu. Jai Shri Ram.